Good morning, buenos días, bonjour, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are joining us from. We have the translation item. Nous avons la traducción. Tenemos traducción. It is a true pleasure to open this international gathering convened by OMEP on the occasion of the International Day of the Child and the 36th anniversary of the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Today, we are united by a shared conviction that the right to play in early childhood is not an accessory or a luxury, but a fundamental pillar of development, identity, culture, and full citizenship from the very beginning of life. Throughout pedagogical history, transformative traditions from Froebel to Malaguzzi, we have reminded us that play is a natural and culturally grounded way in which children think, create, explore, rehearse life, and make meaning. Yet, in recent years, we have witnesses that the rise of narrow interpretation of so-called foundational learning approaches that reduce education to miserable outcomes and often neglected the role to play of imagination and cultural experience. In the face of these reductive trends, we must defend a broad and holistic, deeply humanistic vision of early childhood education. Such a vision is nourished by the practices and wisdoms of the Global South. I want to express my sincere appreciation to our colleagues in Africa, to their education, to their educational communities, leaders, and national teams, whose work shows us the knowledge does not flow from the north to south, but circulates horizontally, collectively, and creatively. In Kenya, Sierra Leone, and Democratic Republic of Congo, play is not merely a method. It is a way of life, a community fabric, a cultural tradition, an ancestral practice that crosses generation. It is music, movement, oral storytelling. It is mother tongue. It is care, resistance, and humanity in action. From Africa, we learn that culture is not an accessory, but the heart of children's experience. And we learn that decolonizing knowledge does not mean adapting external models, but recognizing the strengthening local pedagogies. Today, we celebrate the projects Toy Libraries, Learning Life Through Play, an initiative that embodies this spirit. It draws on cultural richness, promotes community creativity, respects mother tongues, and places the child at the center of learning. Thanks to UNESCO support, for which we are deeply, deeply grateful, this initiative continues to grow and strengthen. Toy libraries are spaces, sorry. Toy libraries are spaces of inclusion, intergenerational exchange, and equity. They are safe environments where children play together, experiment, express themselves, and participate. Protecting the right to play in safe and nurturing contexts is our collective responsibility. Before closing, I wish to express heartfelt gratitude to the presidents and teams of our national committees in Kenya, in Sierra Leone, in the Democratic Republic of Congo. My warm thanks go also to Camilla Hirsch, head of the World Secretariat of OMEP, for her tireless coordination and her role in sustaining connections among the committees and with UNESCO. My deepest appreciation and love to Nyamikeh Kyiamah, Regional Vice President for Africa, for her leadership, professionalism, and remarkable warmth. Thank you all for being here and for defending every day the right of young children to a dignified, playful, and fulfilling present. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Mercedes. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending upon where you are joining us from. We live in a very wonderful world where some people are in the morning, some are in the afternoon, some are in the evening. So on behalf of World OMEP and the Vice Presidency for Africa, I am delighted to welcome you to this special webinar, where we gather in the spirit of collaboration, creativity, and commitment to early childhood development. As many of you know, OMEP was awarded the UNESCO Participation Grant for 2022 to 2023, sorry, with a project focused on Education for Sustainable Development, ESD. Building on that success, in 2023, World OMEP, in partnership with the Vice Presidency for Africa and the National Committees of Kenya, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Sierra Leone, submitted a new proposal titled the Toy Libraries Project, Learning Life Through Play, under a new UNESCO participation program for 2024 to 2025. We are grateful that this project was approved and that implementation began in late 2024, continuing into 2025. This initiative is rooted in OMEP's long-standing work on play and resilience in early childhood care and education. It recognizes play not just a joyful activity, but as a powerful tool for resilience, well-being, and sustainable learning. While the project was initially conceived as a unified effort, each participating country has adapted it to reflect its unique context, needs, and community strengths. Today, we will hear these contextualized versions of how these contextualized versions have taken shape in Kenya, Sierra Leone, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Each national committee will present its project under the shared theme of play and resilience, with a focus on the right to play, sustainability, and community engagement. So we will hear about OMEP Kenya's Toy Libraries, the best start in life, which enhances access to quality play materials and builds capacity among families and caregivers in Nairobi. This will be followed by OMEP Sierra Leone's Unlocking Childhood Potential Through Play, which has established a community space in Freetown for toy lending and caregiver training. And then finally, we will hear about OMEP Democratic Republic of Congo's Apprendre la vie par le jeu, which is fostering a cultural shift in Kinshasa towards play as a central pedagogical strategy with strong emphasis on social awareness. In addition to these presentations, each committee will also highlight a school or early childhood center that has been selected for special recognition. These centers have not only implemented the projects effectively, but have also served as multiplying agents within their communities, demonstrating the transformative power of play-based learning in action. As we begin, I invite you to listen with curiosity, reflect with empathy, and engage with purpose. Let us celebrate the creativity and resilience of our communities and reaffirm our shared commitment to the rights and well-being of young children everywhere. Thank you, and let the learning and sharing begin. So I now call on OMEP Kenya to give its presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Nyamikeh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're listening from. First, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the OMEP World Presidency and the Secretariat and the Vice Presidency Africa for this opportunity. Today we are here as not just Africa, but OMEP Kenya is particularly grateful because we are doing this. We are participating in the UNESCO participation program for the second time in a row. And this is not something that we can take for granted. We have had an opportunity through the partnership of OMEP World and the UNESCO to serve the community and serve the child in a different way and in a higher level through the enablement of UNESCO and the World OMEP. And this is something that we are really grateful about, and we look forward to making even more impact. So OMEP Kenya, the Toy Library, has the Toy Library project at heart. And we look at it as the best start in life for the young children. If the best start in life is to be realized and achieved for all children, including the ones in underprivileged community, then we felt so strongly that the way to go is through the Toy Library, which does not only define play for what it is, but also defines quality play for what it should be. And that is why OMEP Kenya is particularly passionate about it. Through the Toy Library project, we have categorized our approaches into three. The first approach that we use is the Come and Play project. And this is because we saw the need to make play accessible to all children, and particularly the ones who are living in the underprivileged community. And then we saw the need to provide quality early learning solutions as well. So Come and Play part model of the Toy Library opens its doors to the community, to all children to access play, because we still strongly believe that play is the most powerful learning around you. We acronym the word play into that. And so we look at the quality as well. Under the Come and Play model, we have three more categories. We have the birth to 2 years, we have the 2 to 4 years, and we have 4 to 8 years. All these aspects are only enabled by having the right nutrition for the child, having proper health care, as well as emotional and cognitive experiences during the period to ensure proper growth and development. At the birth to 2 years, we particularly emphasize on stimulation, the stimulation of the senses of a child, the far and near senses. Under the 2 to 4 years, we look at the fine and the gross and the fine motor skills development, and also prepare the child for lifelong learning. The readiness for schooling of a child is important at this moment to ensure lifelong learning. Then we have the next approach, which is the mobile toy library and outreach. We have particularly been on the mobile toy library. Camilla, if we could just go back to the mobile toy library. Yes, we have been more active on the outreach than the mobile toy library as a vehicle. The mobile toy library requires a vehicle that can move around. We do not have that at the moment, but we have been moving on foot into the communities that are underprivileged. And so we have been taking our activities, we have been taking the materials to the communities that are living in remote areas just to make play happen and to make play accessible to these children, and also engage the community and daycare workers and preschool workers as well to understand what play is and the toy library approach, which we still emphasize that brings out the quality play as opposed to just having a child to play. So we are redefining the play space using the toy library. Under the mobile toy library, like we said, it opens up play and we takes the community making them accessible to play and empower the underserved, under-resourced communities. That is why you've seen the pictures, the previous pictures, where we go to slums and vehicles cannot reach there. And so we go there on foot and take materials literally to the makeshift buildings. Again, the play is conducted, they conduct play sessions in the remote community where children cannot reach the toy library. Some are living far also, so we have to go to their places. And we also conduct play sessions in under-resourced communities. These are daycare centers and preschool. And like I mentioned, the third approach would be having a vehicle that is, fitted with all the play materials, and then we take the play to the community and open space and have tents and the materials and just have an open space for learning. We have not yet reached there, but this far we also appreciate that we have had an impact that would not have been there. Another approach is the toy lending. Toy lending also serve a segment of our beneficiaries who are not able to come to the toy library for one reason or another, but one that has stood out completely is the group that lives with disability. For this reason, they are not able to access the toy library more frequently like it should be. And so they check out materials and they use them. They utilize them, the play and educational materials at the comfort of their homes. This particular model is really professionalized to the point that we have documents on the same. Camilla, please, if we could move to where we have the documents, and we are able to track the material, the quality of the material, the condition of the material at the point of checking out. And we are also able to keep tabs with the area that we are looking into developing into this child, because we are looking at holistic development. So if we are focusing on one developmental domain, we are able to document that and the materials that have been checked out for that particular session. And then now the toy library lending, also the card, the document has the name of the member, the catalog of the toy and its condition, and the return date. The return date also, we look at the condition at the return. So no toy is lost, accountability is sure, and we are able to track the developmental areas that are supposed to be checked. And so this makes it a very professional process. We can move on. Another approach is capacity building and community engagement. In capacity building and community engagement, we still go back to the community and sensitize them on importance of play, sensitize them on importance of choosing the materials and for participation of adults in the play sessions, just to appreciate the power of play. We also encourage the players in the life of children. These are the parents, the teachers, the facilitators, the daycare owners and preschool owners on the need to create time, the need to create space and place for play to happen. Enablement of play cannot happen until adults are fully aware and appreciative of the importance of play as a tool. So implementation of play learning is also inclusive in that manner. And the capacity building is on areas of 1 to 2 years and play-based learning with choice. We have previously had segments where we've had material development, where we have developed materials from waste and around the community, just to make also the supply of material endless. We can move on. Another approach is integrating sustainability education into the play curriculum. We all agree that play is a powerful tool through which the child can be engaged and simulated into these powerful areas of their growth and learning. And so the Toy Library project has also brought in the aspect of the integrating the SDGs into play sessions. And we are looking at an SDG at a time in every play session where we have materials. And in the point of analyzing the materials, we analyze the SDG goal that it's looking into developing into a child. And so our play session is planned with an SDG in mind, and also bringing out the particular SDG and making sure that the child works with it. So aligning play session objectives with specific sustainable goals is one of our objectives, just to make everything sustainable. So each play session is planned. For example, gardening touches on SDG 2, which is zero hunger. So as they interact with the materials, all other aspects of learning, the mathematics and all that is brought in as they also tackle the issue of food scarcity. In animal rearing also, we touch on SDG 15, which is life on land. We have SDG 14, SDG 12, and SDG 3, where we also look at life in water, the animals in water, and also health, and also responsible consumption and production in the subsequent sustainable goals. So as they produce this, they learn how to utilize, they learn how to be responsible in the utilization of the same. Also, in the city, we have the materials that the city amenities puzzles, which teach on SDG 11, sustainable cities and communities. We also have stuff like weather puzzles, which teach on SDG 13, which it talks about climate action. And how well can we do this if not through play and the materials they enjoy to engage in and to interact with in their day-to-day life. The Toy Libraries Award was one of our undertakings this time round, and we identified a school that we worked with throughout the award period from the time we started in the UNESCO participation program. We were tasked to work with schools and daycare centers, and along the way, we identified the Little Lions Junior School. That was very receptive. All others were also receptive, but this particular one stood out because of the practices that we had in the process. The education for sustainable development, the sustainable goals, and also embracing play as a tool, and a powerful tool for that matter, really stood out with this particular preschool. And that is why we singled it out for the award that was provided. And on behalf of this particular school, I'd like to say thank you so much for bringing it out in this way and for enabling them to also look at teaching and learning in a different way and a wider way. And I would also like to report that they are now a new member of OMEP Kenya community, and we are looking into growing further and further. And I want to say a big thank you again for listening in, and also looking forward into expanding more and more not just in Kenya and not just in Africa, and just embracing play for what it is and what it is capable of doing. We are looking forward to more cooperation. And thank you, and thank you so much. Much love from Kenya.
Thank you, OMEP Kenya. Congratulations on getting a new member. So thank you for showing us how toy libraries can truly give children the best start in life by empowering families and caregivers with access to quality play. We will now listen to OMEP Sierra Leone's presentation. OMEP Sierra Leone, you're on the floor. Perry, are you with us? Perry, are you with us?
She's there, but
Perry, please unmute.
she's muted.
Okay, she's on mute now.
Hello,
Hello, yes, you are back.
I am here.
Yeah, so please go on with your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Kyiamah. I am from the Sierra Leone delegate. We started doing, but before I start all that, let me just say thank you to everybody, to OMEP World, to UNESCO, to everybody for giving us the support. We had the monthly meetings, which were great, and it kept us on track and really supported us doing this project. Well, when we started the project, we wanted to make a space. We wanted to give people a space where they can come in and play. And so that is what we had in mind. We didn't have, so Sierra Leone has never had a chance to have a toy library before, because we are just getting into learning about what early childhood is all about, what the Montessori system is all about. So we're just in this country, we're just getting into that. And then for the early childhood education, we just started opening up more, courses in the universities so that people can learn about early childhood education. And so because of that, this toy library was really, really much needed. And we wanted to, tell people and get it out there what the toy library would come and be at the end of the day. And so really, really grateful. So next slide, please. So we had 3 different target groups. So we had the actual children, the educators, like I said, Sierra Leone is not big on early childhood, so we wanted to get the educators. So we have teachers who have taught for over 25 years, 30 years, who don't know much about early childhood education and don't know more about play and all of that. Everything is rote learning. So we wanted to get even the educators on board, the parents on board, because in Sierra Leone, the concept is when they see a child playing, it's like it's nonsense. It's not educational in any shape or form. Why is this child playing? So our target group was not only the children that we wanted to change, but also the teachers and the parents, so that people can, so it's like a 3-pronged attack, so people can understand and know that what we're doing is something that is laudable and something that the children will learn all different skills and focus on that, rather than just, oh, these are just little kids and they're playing. These are just little kids and they're playing. Next slide, please. And so we had a timeline. So our timeline started from December, and we wanted to target the opening of schools in September. And so during our timeline, we have all and then we during that time that we had so many other challenges too. So rains is very big in June to August, and so we had so many challenges about just getting work done during those times. It was really, really difficult. And then finding people who can volunteer with us and work with us to get this done was also very hard. But nevertheless, at least it came down to a 4-man journey, or a 4-man partnership, where it was just us working. And but at the last minute, we had people coming in. So our timeline is there, but we did have some challenges within those timeline. But at least we got some things done within that timeline, and that's why at the end of the day in September, we could open the toy library. Next slide, please. Thank you. So the resources used. So we had volunteers from OMEP member schools. So most of the OMEP member schools sent in volunteers at the end of the day. And so we had to, what should we call it? Get these people in to help us structure the library. First of all, to get them to understand what we're trying to achieve was really, really hard, because we're like, okay, we want the books in themes, and trying to understand that when the kids come in, when they understand that this is all about water, they can easily access it, easily get it, and it's all in one place. And so it was difficult. So we had to do 2 and 3 different ways of putting it back and putting it up. And we had our librarian, the Sierra Leone librarian, come in from the national librarian, come in to do a training with us, which was really, really good. Also helped to fast track the books aspect of it. So the toys aspect of it, which one we were really focused on, we had to get people to understand that we bought some containers, they were not enough, we had to go back, but everything was in containers. So we wanted the children, when they come in, they can see. So we found transparent containers so they can see what we have. For the communication, we launched, so we used different strategies. We used WhatsApp, which is easier to get onto people. We did a newspaper. We need QR codes. We need radio broadcast. So we try to utilize all the different communication that is easier to capture people's interest in Sierra Leone and what was available to us at the time. It was really, really, I'm sorry, I'm in school right now. It was really, really good for everybody to see that and access those information, because when we're trying to start something like this, we want the people to understand what we're trying to achieve. Next slide, please. Yes, so we, at the end of the day, so we did an official launch booklet where we posted, where we gave most of our, in fact, everybody that came in on the day of the launch had one. And then that got us talking to so many other NGOs that didn't know about us, try to read and try to follow up, and did call and emails afterwards. So we had the official launch to talk about what OMEP is doing and what we are doing also. Next slide, please. So the launch happened on the 17th of September. So we have a space at Benjamin Lane, an actual building with toys and everything else at Benjamin Lane, and then it's operational on Tuesdays. On Fridays and Saturdays. Yeah, so we had different people coming, radio station. We had people coming in. We had the Ministry of Education there. We have the the director of programs to give the keynote speech. They were all very excited about the first toy library being open in Sierra Leone, and it's still operational. So the children pay 30 leones per month, which is really, really small because we're trying to get everybody to attend the toy library. Every single person in Sierra Leone, every child in Sierra Leone in the early childhood stage, we want to get them to attend the toy library. So we're paying 30 leone per child. We chose Bayana. Like I said before I started, I said it was really hard getting volunteers. And so Bayana School was very, very hands-on and helped us a lot. First, I think they were close to the location, so that really also helped. And the staff there, they are phenomenal. They gave up their hours and helped us a lot with the cleaning, with the painting, the lights, the everything. They had staff going there at night, in the evening, in the morning hours. They were really, really good helping us. They had more staff than anybody else. And they were helping us to, what should we call it? Helping us to get everything on track. So we're really grateful to them. And next slide, please. So our plan is to open full week. We are running a Facebook page right now, so you can check that out. We are planning to get a bigger space because the space that we have right now is really small. We want a bigger space, and then get something bigger. And then we want to have different themes, and we want to do different days, and then have the children go, like, take it a little bit bigger. And then if we can take it into schools and stuff, we are looking forward to doing that and partnering with schools that can actually take us to that level. But for now, like I said, this is a new concept in Sierra Leone, so it's quite difficult to get people to wrap their heads in allowing children to come play. So it's a funny thing to Sierra Leone. It's like, oh, I'm allowing my children to go play for days and days and days and hours. But that is not happening. It's bookwork. It's writing down. So it's writing down something. It's doing all of that. But we're trying to get them to understand that. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, OMEP Sierra Leone. We appreciate you for demonstrating how community spaces can unlock childhood potential through play, while strengthening caregiver engagement and resilience in Freetown. Finally, we will call on OMEP, Democratic Republic of Congo, to give us their presentation. Thank you.
Je peux commencer? OK. Camilla, tu peux m'aider à projeter ma présentation, s'il vous plaît? Je ne vous entends pas, moi. Je n'ai pas de retour, hein? Parfait. Nous vous remercions beaucoup pour votre présence. Nous saluons tout le monde de partout où vous êtes. l'OMEP RDC, par son comité national, a aussi, comme le Kenya et la Sierra Leone, bénéficié de cet appui de l'UNESCO pour les projets de la ludothèque. Et donc, c'est un projet qui, comme nos amis de Sierra Leone, est une nouveauté pour la RDC. La ludothèque est un concept très nouveau qui nous a demandé de travailler beaucoup plus sur la sensibilisation que sur la réalisation des projets comme on peut le penser. Camille, la nous aider avec la présentation, s'il vous plaît? Camilla, can you help us to...
I'm sorry. Yes, I cannot reach the interpretation channel. So, what slide do you need?
The beginning.
The beginning. This.
On commence par le début et puis on avance.
Que alguien me ayude. Es que no puedo ir al canal de interpretación. No sé cuál slide quiere porque no entiendo el.
Michel, c'est bien ces slides ou...
Oui, les slides, oui. Commencez par les slides.
Oui.
Oui, les premiers, deuxième jusqu'à la fin. On va aller progressivement. Oui.
Sí, la primera quiere.
La primera, está bien.
Sí.
Esta. ¿Esta es?
C'est bien ça? Ou la prochaine?
Je ne vois pas. Moi, je ne vois rien.
Ah non, non, c'était bien. Avec, continuez, s'il vous plaît.
Moi, je ne vois pas. Aidez-moi, s'il vous plaît, à avoir accès à la... I'm sorry.
Sí. Est-ce que vous pouvez commencer à parler et nous mouvons le slide.
Très bien. Très bien.
Okay.
Alors, je
Okay.
disais que la ludothèque est une notion très nouvelle par rapport à la RDC. Et ce qui fait que c'est une bonne opportunité pour nous de remercier sincèrement l'UNESCO, l'OMEP Monde, à travers l'UNESCO qui a financé ces projets et dont la RDC en a été bénéficiaire. Pour ce faire au Congo, notre focus a été beaucoup plus dans l'aspect formation et sensibilisation. Nous avons travaillé dans la sensibilisation des opérateurs pédagogiques, des parents, des corps médicaux, de la communauté et même les membres de la presse, les journalistes. Parce que nous estimons que ce sont des personnes par qui peuvent passer un bon message pour que la communauté, les écoles puissent comprendre les rôles du jeu chez l'enfant. Parce que ici, dans la culture congolaise de façon particulière, on pense que au niveau du préscolaire, l'enfant ne va que pour jouer, chanter, manger, il n'apprend rien. Et la formation a consisté justement à montrer aux parents, aux journalistes, aux communautés, les rôles du jeu dans l'apprentissage de l'enfant. Et pour ce faire, nous avons eu des contacts avec l'UNESCO, le bureau de l'UNESCO international ici à Kinshasa, à qui nous sommes allés expliquer les projets tels qu'ils sont financés. Nous avons été également voir la Commission nationale à qui nous avons été voir pour la situation. Nous avons également visité, été reçus par le ministère provincial de l'éducation de la ville de Kinshasa pour expliquer la situation. Et nous avons également vu l'inspection générale de notre ministère au niveau national pour parler de la situation du jeu chez des enfants du préscolaire. Donc, nous avons...
Michel?
Oui.
Pardon, Michel?
Oui.
Il y a un problème avec votre micro.
OK. Non, il est ouvert. m'entendez? D'accord. Alors, donc,
No, your microphone is now working.
toujours pas.
No.
Non. À nouveau, il y a un problème avec les micros.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Michel, nous avons un problème avec le micro.
Ok. Je vais tenter. Ça maintenant? Vous
No.
m'entendez maintenant?
Mhm.
Ok. Alors, si vous m'entendez maintenant, je disais que nous avons fait ce travail pour sensibiliser la communauté, sensibiliser les parents, parce qu'au Congo, nous avons des associations de parents d'élèves qui sont les premiers à comprendre les rôles du jeu et l'importance du jeu. Nous avons des séances de travail et de travail. Avec le ministère, ils étaient très contents de voir ce que nous faisons. Ils ont vraiment aimé ce que nous faisons. Parce que nous avons aussi également, au mois d'août dernier, appris aux opérateurs du préscolaire, les enseignants du préscolaire, les notions, comment fabriquer les jouets avec du matériel ramassé. La poubelle, on prend les jeux de la poubelle, on aide les enseignants à fabriquer du matériel didactique, du matériel des jeux pour les enfants. Et donc, ce travail a été fait normalement. Nous avons terminé à le faire et le projet devrait être réorienté parce que nous devrions maintenant passer à la rédaction des petites brochures qu'on devrait distribuer gratuitement à la communauté dans les arrêts des bus, administration et dans les écoles, avec un financement attendu de la ville de Kinshasa et du gouvernement de la RDC, aussi avec un appui de l'UNESCO pour ce faire. Et le travail est déjà en cours. Mais pour terminer, il était question que nous puissions trouver une école qui a travaillé sur les bibliothèques, qui a été exemplaire. Nous avons vu cette école, elle est de Kinshasa. Elle a développé des matériels de jeu importants avec une cour acceptable. Et c'est elle que nous avons choisi comme l'école qui mérite le prix de la bibliothèque, pour lequel nous sommes très fiers qu'au moins à Kinshasa, il y a une école sur laquelle nous pouvons aujourd'hui compter comme, si pas un modèle comme tel, mais un début de modèle pour insuffler l'idée à d'autres écoles pour ce faire. Voilà un peu ce qu'a été le projet de l'Idothèque ici en RDC, qui a commencé par des formations, mais qui maintenant est réorienté vers la rédaction du matériel, des petits livrets de sensibilisation au niveau des communautés. Merci beaucoup pour votre attention soutenue.
I'm sorry for the slides.
Okay.
For
Yes.
the
Merci to OMEP RD Congo. We are very sorry that there was a mix-up with the slides and the audio, but finally, in the end, everything was okay. But we thank them for inspiring us with a cultural shift that places play at the heart of pedagogy, fostering social awareness and sustainable learning in Kinshasa. Now, as we reflect on the inspiring presentations from Kenya, Sierra Leone, and Democratic Republic of Congo, a clear message emerges. Play is not only a right, but a powerful pathway to resilience, community strength, and sustainable learning. Each committee has shown us how toy libraries, adapted to local contexts, can transform early childhood education, whether by empowering families in Nairobi, building community spaces in Freetown, of fostering cultural shifts in Kinshasa. Together, these efforts remind us that when we invest in play, we invest in the future of our children, our communities, and our world. Let us carry forward this shared vision with renewed commitment and solidarity. And of course, we shouldn't forget UNESCO's remarkable support for all the projects that we have done in Africa. On this note, I would like to hand over to Camilla to close us off.
Thank you, Nyamikeh. Thank you, everyone. We will share the full report with more photos. We want to share the great images from each national committee and the projects and more information. Everything will be uploaded on OMEP World website during December. We already have a blog publication. You can search in the OMEP World website a blog note about this beautiful project. I also want to express my gratitude to UNESCO for the trust placed in us through the UNESCO participation program for the second time, and to Mercedes and to OMEP World for the global project that promote play, ESD, peace, and children's rights. It's a true pleasure for me to be part of this project and to have the opportunity to present it in this way. I would also like to thank to OMEP Africa Vice Presidency, to Nyamikeh, for coordinating this initiative locally and with such strong commitment and for second consecutive time. And a very special thank to the colleagues in Kenya, Sierra Leone, and Democratic Republic of Congo, from which we learn a lot for their admirable and inspiring work. Thank you, all of you, for joining us today.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Gracias. Bonne soirée pour tous. Et toutes.
Et toutes, bien sûr. See you.
Merci.
Merci. Bye-bye.
Merci. Merci. Bye-bye.
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 Hasta pronto.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Et